Give me good wine, I'll get you good whiskey. Let's get a house in the country. Give me good weed, I'll get you good coffee. Get all by the evergreen tree.
Let's get up, grab coffee cups and sit out on the porch. No traffic lights, the sunny skies chase a chill from the night before. We started this revival at the church of you and me. We left no room for the Holy Ghost and raised up a family tree.
Give me good wine, I'll get you good whiskey. Let's get a house in the country. Give me good weed, I'll get you good. Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met, you were away. Oh, this could be the best thing that I would ever know. fly as I slowly crept from the horizon to the base. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know.
엄마 펑펑이 깎여줄 수가 펑펑이 됐어?
한번 똑똑 해봐. 잘 익은 것 같아?
네.
두근두근. 에이. 더
맛있겠다.
있었어야 돼.
빙고가 너무 여기까지 좀 하얘야 되는데 너무 많이 하래.
응. 이거 먹어요.
먹자 먹자.
조심. 유찬이도.
맛있어.
맛있어?
응.
유찬이 어때?
맛있어.
그러니까 며칠만 더 있었으면. 응. 이거 가져가. 더 맛있게 먹었을 건데.
나중에 또 수박씨 뿌리면 잘할 거야. 노랑씨로 심자. 노랑씨.
그래.